So this message is to the red nations in the Americas and to the black nations in the Americas. So Canaan is America, which is the land of Canaan and Hamites. So in the Americas were the Moors. And we, the red nations, settled in the Americas. We're strangers in a strange land, and over time we were given the land of Canaan. So in the Americas, you would see the Moors and the red nations. So you see right here, this is Gog and Magog came to Jerusalem, right? Because I told you the book of Revelation repeats itself. So when we broke covenant, we became bondservants to our brother Shaphat. Just as right here it tells you that, you see, that the curse on the Canaanites, that they would be slaves to Hashem and Japhet. But Shem, which are your Hebrews, when we broke covenant, we became slaves to Japhet as well. But it was supposed to be for 400 years, and then our lands returned right back to us. But the reading in Ezekiel tells you that they would try to do it again when the time was up for them, to the Gentiles, to release our territories and our lands to us and water rights, that they were going to try to do the same thing all over again, like they're doing right now. That's why you see that right here again in the reading of Revelation, Gog and Magog, these are your European nations. This is Eurasia. That's why you see Russia and China. They're in Venezuela. They're in Mexico. And there's the Trump and Putin tunnel that they're working on to connect, Alaska and Russia together. And they're all working together because they're here to take our lands again and to enslave us all over again. So you see, so what they want to do is genocide one, and they want to do it all over again. That's why they want to repeat history and enslave the other. That's why they're posting all this black fatigue videos all over the place, so that people will be okay with it and say, oh, these are a bunch of savages. Like, our people are illegal criminals, right? Oh, they're illegal, they're criminals, they're drug cartel people, blah blah blah. So go ahead and get them out of here, right? And then the other ones are a bunch of savages. Look at them, they're going around places, robbing and stealing. So people could be okay we're repeating history again by genociding one and enslaving the other. So don't fall for it, guys.
We have a nigga problem in the black community.
Let's talk about niggas, because we're all tired of them. Niggas is not a way to describe someone and how they look and their skin tone. It is a way to describe a certain type of behavior that is coming from a certain group of people. Everybody in the country is tired of the nigga behavior, and they're tired of having to walk on eggshells in their own country and act like, oh, but little nigga gonna feel some type of way about me saying this or me doing this or me just being myself, me being proud and white. Gotta worry about what the little niggas say. Honestly, it's getting old and nobody cares about what niggas think. Niggas are causing too much trouble in this country for everyone to even have an opinion. We are tired of the nigga behavior. White people, Hispanic people, Asians, we're all tired of it. And we're going to keep talking about it until we see a difference in the behavior. We're tired of walking on eggshells because of how niggas feel when niggas cause the most freaking drama, the most crime, the most static in this country out of everybody. And quite frankly, no one wants to be around niggas. Niggas make everything not fun. And niggas like ruin everything. Like as soon as niggas come, you're like, oh, niggas here. Like, damn. So nobody wants to be around niggas. And quite frankly, good black people do not want to be associated with niggas. This is why I probably get attacked so much, because I'm always lumping good black people with niggas. And they're like, no, I don't indulge in nigga behavior.
Is it worth your life? Me, easy, no. You know, I like being alive. I don't like knives lodged in my throat. So I don't go near black people. And I understand perfectly well. There are a lot of black people that are not violent, and I understand perfectly well there are a lot of black people that are really good people. I'm not going to roll the dice. What if I'm wrong? I'd rather be alive. I'd rather be alive and too racist than dead and not racist enough. Is that simple enough? Is that simple enough for you? And that just has to do with personal survival.
Ain't no way I'm power walking through the airport and got stopped by ICE. No lie. Me and my cousin, we just got stopped by ICE. He asking us all types of questions. What we doing? Where did we go? How much we pay? We already done went through customs. We marrying our way, power walking through the airport. Let me see our passports. Where y'all from? Sir, we are African American women.
ICE has rebranded themselves as HSI, Homeland Security Investigators. So if you see people in plain clothing with a vest that says police, HSI, that's ICE.
So Elon Musk done put a new feature on motherfucking X, you know, Twitter, right? Where you can see where these motherfucking profiles are located at. And boy, they fucked up when they did that shit. Maybe he just doing this shit to get his motherfucking get back. Cause check this shit out. Why in the fuck is Homeland Security account based in motherfucking Israel, dog? Huh? Why is that? And then they had the nerve to come out and say, no, it's always been based in America. Use a motherfucking lie. Now y'all want to change this shit, and it's crazy work too, because it ain't just this shit, it's other motherfucking shit. Look at this shit. Why is her shit saying based in Nigeria? What? Make it make sense. Another one. Motherfucking Nigeria, dog. Crazy work. Bitch got Texas in her motherfucking name. Her shit say it's based in motherfucking Russia. America First account based in motherfucking Bangladesh. What, motherfucker? And that's exactly what the fuck I be talking about. I've been saying this shit for a minute now. We over this bitch getting trolled by bots that act like they from motherfucking America, acting like they MAGA, acting like they conservative, acting like they liberal, acting like they Democrat and Republicans, and no motherfuckers not even from this motherfucking country. All and everybody motherfucking comments talking shit. All this bullshit. These motherfuckers got us. They got us, dog. And I always knew it too, because the motherfucker be talking all that shit in my motherfucking comments. I go to their profile. They ain't got no followers or none of that shit. Some of them do got followers because you motherfuckers believe it. And they spitting the rhetoric that you motherfucking like. So you following and reposting they shit. Like a motherfucking idiot. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. We got motherfuckers from other countries got us arguing with each other, acting like they from motherfucking America. And how in the fuck is our Homeland Security account motherfucking and based in Israel? And it ain't just motherfucking Twitter, it's Facebook, it's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's all of that shit. Because every time I go check one of these motherfucking accounts that's talking shit in my motherfucking inbox or on my post because they don't like what the fuck I said, or so they can have motherfuckers, all these bots and these social media motherfucking networks, y'all doing it on purpose. So fuck you motherfuckers. Peace.
All right, folks, let's continue to keep talking about DHS. So DHS has actually released new numbers showing that the ICE detention population has hit a record high of 66,000 people currently in federal custody. And that is the largest number in the history of the agency. But here's the part that made me stop mid-sentence. 48%, nearly half of everyone being held by ICE right now has no criminal charges and no criminal convictions. None. These are people being detained for civil immigration issues, right? Something that has traditionally been handled with court dates, supervision, or monitoring, not jail. Wow. Okay, so according to CBS reporter Camila Montoya Galvez, flagged this earlier, and now DHS has confirmed it publicly. So here's the thing. This is the second part that you need to know. Since Donald Trump has taken office, arrests of non-criminal immigrants have increased by over 2,000%. That is not routine enforcement. That is a sweeping, aggressive shift in how immigration policy is being actually carried out at this moment, and is actually reshaping communities all across the country. So now the public is reacting. A new CBS poll actually says 54% of Americans literally believe the government is detaining more people than necessary. Absolutely. People are in the streets. 55% actually disapprove of the immigration's policies, and the administration is expanding operations as we speak, because didn't they get a huge chunk of this funding through the big, beautiful bill? Yes, they did. Do not forget that. They've added new enforcement zones like cities in Charlotte, and we've seen what's been happening there. The absolute, it feels like a bulldozer is just literally going through cities, and they're already headed to New Orleans. People are already on the ground, and they are protesting that now, and they better be careful down there for so many different reasons. Some of y'all know. Okay, so what does this mean for us, folks, for the people in the neighborhood? It means more fear. It means more destabilization. That's exactly what it means. And more families being separated, which is unfortunate, in a system that is ballooning without the oversight or humanity required to keep people safe, because they're working on numbers. I need you all to know that. They're working on numbers, and they don't care that they're picking kids up at school or their parents. They don't care that they literally have businesses that are closing down that serve these communities. They don't care that it is impacting more than just the local people themselves that are being picked up. They don't care that people are not criminals that they're picking up. They're going to work sites. They're going to these businesses like Home Depot and so forth, who have been complicit throughout this entire thing, and they're picking people up. I need you to know that, and I need you to pay attention that this is so impactful on so many different levels, and we will not begin to see the end of the impact for a long time. Listen, I want you to stay informed, stay empowered. Guess what else, folks? Stay woke. We'll see you.
Te extrañé mucho, mi amor. Te extrañé mucho, papá. Ya se va a recuperando.
¿Eres de Colombia, de Venezuela, de Costa Rica, de Perú, de Puerto Rico o de cualquier país de América de habla hispana? Pues escucha atento lo que te voy a decir. Eres americano. No permitas que un país de Norteamérica de habla inglesa se apropie de tus raíces y de tu identidad americana. Los mal llamados americanos no tienen raíces americanas, y cada vez que te identificas como latino, estás echando piedras en tu tejado y te estás quitando tu identidad y se la estás regalando a un país que no se la merece, como son los Estados Unidos. ¿De acuerdo? Ellos no son americanos. Ustedes son los americanos.
I'm also going to share a couple of posts because they're doing this in my island of Puerto Rico and Hawaii. They're displacing people. They're kicking people out of homes that they paid for. And they're taking them out and taking their homes for themselves. And these are homes that people pay for. Because, like I said, they're trying to do the same thing all over again. But the second time around, this is a snare. Abba's going to bring them all to her lands, like he said, and then he's going to rain fire on them.
Puerto Ricans are a special people with a rich history, but how rich is that history? By the end of this video, I will blow your mind. 800 ancient stones with Hebrew writing in Puerto Rico. A remnant of ancient stones, 20 of 800, made its way halfway across the world, solving a 3,500-year-old mystery. What did these stones whisper about the pre-Columbian indigenous people of the island of Puerto Rico? After rigorous academic testing, anthropologists, historians, and academics, and millions of Puerto Ricans finally have scientific evidence that reveals the language of these stones. Nazario had been educated at the University of Salamanca. His studies had included ancient languages, and he was amazed at what he saw. After comparing the writings on these stones to others from around the world, he came to his conclusion. This writing was a form of ancient Hebrew. Because his religious background, this fueled the possibility that a remnant of the lost tribes of Israel had settled on this island. In 1893, Nazario wrote a short article titled Aboriginal Writing of the Carib, in which he explained his interpretations of these carvings. After a thorough analysis of the stones and their inscriptions, he dismissed an Arawak Taino language origin, and by 1897, he concluded that the writings were more reminiscent of ancient Hebrew. Comparing this discovery with the spoken Taino language of his day, Nazario discerned words in the Taino Arawak language that were Semitic in origin and pronunciation. One example is the Taino name for the supreme spirit of spirits, Yah. By comparison, the God of the monotheistic Hebrew culture is known by the abbreviated form of his sacred name, Yah.
25% of all deployed U.S. warships are now in the Caribbean with the arrival of USS Gerald Ford, the newest and largest warship in the U.S. Navy's inventory, joined by dozens of other warships, including guided missile destroyers, have a few guided missile cruisers in there, Lake Erie, USS Iwo Jima, an amphibious assault ship, of course, loaded out with 2,000 Marines in full combat load, all taking place, of course, just here off the coast of Venezuela. And don't forget, we have B-52 bombers from Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. We have fifth-generation F-35 fighter jets in Roosevelt Roads, Puerto Rico over here. That's an old Navy base that was been shuttered for many years now.
Bienvenido al primer festival del martillo.
Que las playas son del pueblo.
El futuro de Puerto Rico.
Las playas son del pueblo. Las playas son del pueblo. Aquí está el pueblo despierto, luchando por sus derechos. Ya no les permitiremos que se roben lo que es nuestro. Las playas son del pueblo.
Vamos a una capa de seguridad. esto no tiene que ver absolutamente nada con política partidista. Nada, lo hemos mencionado un montón de veces. No se dejen engañar. Esto no tiene que ver absolutamente nada con ningún partido de ningún color. Nuestro único propósito es que los residentes de Carrasquillo vivan en paz en su hogar. La mayoría son envejecientes, ahí encamados, ciegos. Eso es lo único que pedimos, sin intención ni amenaza de expropiación. Es todo lo que pedimos. Gracias por todo lo que están viendo esto y gracias a ustedes por estar aquí con nosotros. De verdad que esto, si no despertamos, Puerto Rico nos lo va a quitar. Nosotros pensábamos que no nos iba a pasar y nos está pasando ahora mismo. Despierten Puerto Rico, de verdad. Correctamente.
Eso me hace sufrir porque, cabrón, yo vengo diciéndolo por tiempo y verlo en carne propia. David sabe, yo sufro todos los días porque yo digo, pueblo, levántense, ustedes no saben lo que viene y boom, vélate la otra tormenta. Puerto Rico, que compartan este video. Me dieron un desahucio de mi propia propiedad, la que compré en 2019 aquí en Barriada Sandín, calle Plutón, casa número 25. Yo y mi mamá invertimos más de $100,000 solo para que hoy nos dejen en la calle. Porque supuestamente el hijo del vicealcalde, Freddy Ramos, compró esta casa por $15,000. Mira, entérate porque lo digas ahí. Hey. Hicieron eso hoy 2 veces, hoy mismo lo hicieron también en Los Naranjos y en otro lado ahí. Llamaron a Ali y le dijeron que en 2 casas más. Son unos abusadores. Quitándole la casa a la gente pobre para que ellos puedan hacer algo súper lindo aquí para todos los corruptos políticos. Qué lindo, ¿verdad? Aquí tienen una agenda bien grande en Sandín, en la barriada Sandín. Cuidan mucho su casa, sus viejitos, pendientes a todo lo que está pasando aquí en barriada Sandín. Pero yo no voy a parar de pelear, aunque me quite mi último respiro. Si tengo que dormir en la calle aquí en una casita, lo voy a hacer hasta que llegue la justicia y toda la verdad salga a la luz. Le pido a todos mis puertorriqueños que compartan esta historia que es real.
Streets, our house, new house, everybody, the streets. We not can live on the streets. Yeah. We don't have a house. Yeah. At least give us a piece of land now for live on now. Yeah. Where you going? Yeah, we're left. Let's keep going on. We gotta go to school. And we don't want no place to stay. Yeah. Why not? You guys want to
Yeah, Elaine. Keep on lands in the right hand.
Move out, but the other 27, just leave us alone. Well, you should come out and tell us. Maybe you speaking for yourself or for whoever you know.
Right, but
we don't know what really the homeless want because they never come before.
We're going to call these socialist or communist bills, then we might as well declare the People's Republic of Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and New York Because all of these bills, Council Members Kim?
What you just saw was the vote, I need to remind people, in the committee on the housing bills, and the aye votes were votes to file the bill, which means to kill it. So make sure you understand the context. Now I'd like to go to Sina and ask her for her response.
Well, I think it's very distressing anytime you have people laughing about being more poor. I can only say from my experience of working in the community that low-income people don't brag about being poor. You know, that's not who you hear laughing and talking about being poor. It's a very serious issue, being homeless. Should never be taken lightly. And I think truly the mark of any society is how it treats its elderly, its children, and its disadvantaged. And it's taking them to the point that they can help themselves. That's the real answer, is helping people help themselves. We not only need some adequate shelter for people, we need programs for those people in those shelters to help them become self-sufficient, to help them get not only the employment skills, but the life skills to go out and be more integrated.
Blame it on the white man on how we came over and take your land. This is America, you know.
Let me just say something to this call. This is not America. This is Polynesia. Our country was stolen. That's one of your problems. You're ignorant, woefully ignorant. But you, caller, need to learn about Hawaiian history and about where you are. You think you are in America. You are not in America. You are in a colony that is in Polynesia that was forcibly taken, just as, I might add, all of Eastern Europe was forcibly taken by the Soviet Union, which Americans think is a very, very bad place. The bad, bad Soviet Union. Well, the bad, bad United States of America took Puerto Rico, it took Alaska, it stole Indian land, it took Hawaii, it took Guam, it took Micronesia, Palau, and you had better learn that history because you are the recipient of an imperialist tradition.
In these United States of America, this great country of ours, we American Indians, we can be anything we want to be, except American Indians. And that is created by the laws of this nation and condoned by its subsidiaries, the so-called tribal government, and designed for the Indian to fail, to be expendable, to be eliminated. I take you back in your history. After the American Indian hostiles had been subdued and forcibly confined to Indian reservations, it took approximately 30 years, one generation, for us to adjust and become economically viable. Contrary to what the anthropologists say and what we even ourselves are taught as Indian people.
Welcome to Indian country. And this is what we're here for, to talk about independence. And I don't want to talk about no other kind of bullshit. You know, my grandfathers tell me that the Puerto Rican and the Chicano and all the peoples of the Western Hemisphere, we share the same ancestors, and we must remember that. And we do, and I believe that. And if we share the same ancestors, then we share their same beliefs. And their beliefs is independence and freedom. Let me tell you this. The four sacred colors are red for the east, yellow for the south, black for the west, and white for the north. It also represents the four colors of man. Red, yellow, black, and white. Mix those four colors, and you get the color brown, the color of our Mother Earth, and the color of you all. Tribe follows tribe, and nation follows nation. It's like the waves of the sea. It is the order of nature. and regret is useless. Your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. For even the white man's God, who walked and talked with him as friend with friend, could not escape the common destiny. We may be brothers after all. We shall see.
They wanna take my river, my beach and land, and my abuelita's home. We've gotta take a stand, hold our flags up high with pride, and keep singing Lelulai. Don't want them to do to us what they did to Hawaii. Quieren quitarme el río y también la playa, quieren el barrio mío y que abuelita se vaya. No nos suelte la bandera, no olvide el Lelulai, que no quiero que hagan contigo lo que le pasó a Hawaii.
Not be angry. I was born and raised in the United States. I'm a Puerto Rican. Right. And I'm proud to be a Puerto Rican. You understand? But let me tell you something. Puerto Rico is an independent country, and we came here and we went to fight for the United States. And why the fuck? Why can't we have the same benefits that the United States people have? Why do we have to suffer? If we can fight for them, why can't they fight for us Vietnam veterans?
When I went for a job and they sent me to the State Employment Agency, you know what they told me? Well, I see you have a minor infraction here for public intoxication while driving a motor vehicle. So I said, what that mean? I did 3 tours over there, 2 voluntary tours. You didn't say nothing about that little infraction when I was over there fighting and killing people. The majority of my friends from Brownsville, Harlem, and Memphis style, some of them don't have no motherfucking waist from down to up. Some of them can't see. Some of them are just shell-shocked. You dig it? I was lucky. I got a Chinese-made rifle bullet in my motherfucking foot. It make me feel like I want to kill every motherfucker who made me go over there. Every motherfucker who said I had to go. That goes from the motherfucker who put the stamp on the letter, who sent me the token, to the motherfucking bus that took me to Fort Dix. Every single one of them motherfuckers. That's how it makes me feel.
What are they doing here? They're Indians.
Ah, this is one of my many unsuccessful experiments. You see, with Indians, there's absolutely nothing to be done. There's the same difference between a Negro and an Indian as there is between a dog and a coyote. You can put a dog on a leash, beat him, and he'll always be there to lick your feet. Take away a coyote's liberty and you've cut off his hair. An Indian will never be a slave. No one has ever been able to make them reproduce in captivity. They do not eat, they do not talk, they do not sleep, they do not make love.